I'm MC Toon, and it's Tuesday night, and I have what I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I have Mikey Smith with me. How you doing, Mikey?
Dizzy.
Dizzy? Why
At least I'm
dizzy?
supposed to be. Well, because we're spinning, right?
Oh,
So I should be dizzy.
I get it. It was your attempt at humor. Well, I'm glad you're here. I don't know exactly how it came about, but we started talking like we're gonna have to do this, and then it happened. So, do you want to introduce yourself to the people on my side? And I know that you're streaming your side as well. So, hello to Mikey's stream.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm from Canada. I've been into the flat Earth for about 5 years, I think, and running YouTube for just under that, 4.5 years maybe, and just keep doing the research in relation to finding out what the truth is and the facts, whether it's flat or globe or whatever it is, and I just keep on going with that, and here I am today.
All right. Well, so you sent me 2 videos.
Yeah.
One that Zoom Truth had done an article, or not an article, a video compilation on, and then another one that you just did recently.
Yeah, well, Zoom, was it Zoom who did that? I thought it was
Somebody
Taboo Conspiracy.
Okay, Taboo Conspiracy. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many. So,
and then the recent one was the 55-kilometer hills away.
Yeah. All right. So I have the one from Taboo. I don't think we want to play the whole thing because it's
just
16 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me send it to you. So you see it. There, you see it. You should be able to share that on your side.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
All right. So you got you went Saskatchewan Highway 33.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah. Yeah, Nat Yobo, who went on his bike to prove the Earth was curved on the flattest highway in Saskatchewan, which makes no sense.
And so I noticed this is the Earth curve calculator that was used.
Yeah,
which does there specifically say it makes 2 assumptions.
Okay.
Do you see those 2 assumptions it makes?
Okay, sure. Yeah, Earth is convex. Yeah, sphere. Yeah, that's an assumption. Yeah.
And
so you agree that it's the convex sphere is a assumption?
Yes, that is an assumption of that particular Earth curve calculator.
Okay, so it bows in then?
It's convex.
Yeah. Oh yeah, convex.
It's a globe. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an assumption.
For this calculator it is, yes.
Yes, it's an assumption. Okay.
Yes. All right. And then what's the other assumption? The one right below it.
Light travels in straight lines.
All right. So those are the 2 assumptions.
But I've got an answer for that one already, so that's okay. But keep going, yeah.
Okay. So let's find now. You kept going to these farther and farther distances, so let's not get too much into it. But you had a laser here down, and this is train tracks, right?
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
In all of the world.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay.
I'm at 18.6 kilometers.
18 kilometers there.
Next, we're at 20.
Now, there was one thing that he said. Let me see if I can get where he said it here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in 16 minutes.
Was set up at about 5 feet off of the railroad tracks. Here's a map and the coordinates for the laser. A big thank you to Mike, Scott, and the other Mike for conducting these tests. At first, Mike drove 10 kilometers away from the laser, which is 6.2 miles. Not a big deal. As you can see from this online calculator, which is very accurate, the target hidden height would only be 8 feet under the globe.
All right. I don't, he said something about being surveyed level.
Yes, that whole section of highway and railroad track is surveyed level.
What does that mean?
Well, it's surveyed. That's what surveyors do, land surveyors.
They survey things, yes.
Yeah, they survey level.
They survey level. What
Sure.
does that mean?
Well, it's not a slope, it's level. Level.
Yeah, saying level again and again doesn't explain to me what it means when you say that surveyors survey level. Now, keep in mind, I have regularly some surveyors that are in the chat here.
That's good for them, but we're talking about a railroad track that goes for 140 kilometers in a straight line.
In a straight line.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't deviate up or down over a hill.
Okay, so you have the documentation of this then, that there's no hills?
Oh, 100%. The highway's even flat too for that amount.
So the documentation. So do you have like the survey records of that then that we can look at?
I'll go get them. I'll go get them. I'm 5 minutes from that highway.
They don't probably store the survey records at the highway.
Well, I'll go to the office.
Which office?
The surveyor's office.
Where's that?
Why wouldn't it be here in Regina?
I don't know.
Somewhere here in Saskatchewan. I'll find it. I'll
probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure,
so all right. So but you haven't looked at it.
Is there a problem? Is that a problem for you for the highway to be?
No, not at all.
Straight level.
Because you declared that it's level. And that there are no hills.
I see that with my own two eyes.
Okay, but your own two eyes aren't nearly as precise as a surveyor's.
Okay, and what about Google? What about Google when it states that it's the longest, straightest level highway in all of the world?
Okay, then that isn't a very quantitative number, but I'd love to see that as well. But all right, okay. Well I've done a little background on that myself, so
yeah, we
can come to that in a bit.
Have you done anything in relation to this at all? Outside of your office?
Have I?
Yeah, you yourself.
I've not surveyed Saskatchewan Road 33.
Have you done an experiment to provide what you believe in?
Oh, certainly yourself? I have, yeah.
Okay, where are those experiments?
Well, did you want to talk about yours or did you want to change
topics? Sure, yeah, but then I want to go to yours after.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. Your standard of evidence is that you only allow things that you've personally done to be accepted, is that right?
No.
Okay.
But I can verify those for myself.
So you will allow things that other people did.
Yes, if they're facts, sure.
If they're how do you evaluate that?
But you're asking me what level means. What does level mean to you then?
Well, level has a very clear definition.
Okay, what is it then?
It means well, I've got some on screen right here. Look at that. We've got in Merriam-Webster, having no part higher than another, conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's surface.
How is that possible? How do you have level over curve?
Well, that's the actual definition of the word level.
No, I know, but can you scroll down a bit there? Oh yeah, or even scroll down a bit.
Here is from a surveying book. Right here, you see that curve there, that level line. That's level. That curve is the defined level.
Okay, but that horizontal line above it is level.
No, that horizontal line is called horizontal line, not level line. You can see there.
So how do you have level? How do you have a curved level?
That's the definition of level. Conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's surface. That is the actual definition of the word level.
In relation to the globe.
Of course, in relation to the globe.
Yes, but I've never seen any evidence of the globe, so I would not accept that one.
It doesn't matter what you accept for the word level. That is the actual definition of the word level. If you disagree, then you can, show the measurements otherwise, of course, right?
Okay, so what would be, so what's a curved line then? What's not level in your world then? that bend, that curved line, what is level then? Like, what is, like, how does that even make sense? You have a level curve.
Yes. Level means curved. That's the definition. I'll go back up here to Merriam-Webster.
This is a level.
Conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of the Earth's surface. Now, that's a noun. That's the noun level. I'm looking at the adjective. Can you see on the screen there was his adjective? The one that is describing.
I
It
went to
describes
school. I
the
don't
Earth.
need to do it again. Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah.
so your bubble level is a different definition. So this is specifically the definition that applies to the surface of the Earth.
Yeah.
The
Okay, let's go
curvature
back. Yeah.
of
Okay,
the
but let's
liquid
go back
parts
to
of
the
the Earth's
laser
surface.
test. Let's go back
Okay.
to the highway. Okay, yeah.
All right, so let's jump ahead here. So you have a couple different times where you got out of the car at different points. Now you're going down. Let me. I just want to be sure I know where you're at. Not there. Not there. Let's look here. So you're near Regina, right?
Yeah, southeast. Yeah, right where you're.
Okay, so down here
Yeah.
between Regina and Stoughton.
Yeah, Stoughton. Yeah.
Stoughton. All right. So there's a train track that runs parallel.
Yes.
So where was the laser set up? Just so we know.
Yeah, it would have been just right where your cursor is now, about.
Near Richards. Yeah. So there's like
Yeah.
this little curve of the road. So then it's
Yeah, but
Where-
right there where it
Yeah.
straightens out there. Yeah.
okay. And then you went down this way to
Yeah.
Chrono,
Chrono. Yeah.
and Lejord.
LaJord. Yeah.
Do you say Lejord?
Yeah.
I bet in the Nordic
Yeah.
language it's a Y sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
And-
Probably. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Sedley.
Yeah. Sedley. Yeah.
All right. So how far did you go?
I think it was, what was it, 50 kilometers?
Yeah.
Whatever, 20. Well, my second laser test was 31 miles or something, and it was 55 kilometers or 50 some kilometers.
All right. So you right here,
Personally.
Francis is right around 50 kilometers.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that was just before that or after that or something.
They're making fun of me in my chat because of the name of that town. All right. So, all right, we'll go back to your so we know where you're at. So there we have one of your sightings there. Right. So now I have a little question about that. Do you see that line? So what color is that laser? I am
Blue.
colorblind.
Blue.
Blue. Okay. So that blue line, I see it reflecting off of the
Railroad track.
train track, right? Right?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're seeing the same thing because I think that's notable. Got my straight edge here. And we'll do that. I'll go over that in a minute, but okay. You go farther. And then you get
There is good. Just, yeah, okay, it's coming on the tracks again. Yeah, keep it perfect.
there. Again, we see it reflecting off of both of the tracks, right?
Yep.
Absolutely perfect right there. Okay, good. We confirmed that one. I'm going to 33 kilometers and we're going to call her quits.
30. Oh my gosh. All of the Freemasons are going to be upset at you, man.
I was matching the number of the highway.
I know. I got the mason jar for you.
Yeah, good. Is it pickle
Laser
juice?
should have been 200.
No, it's Toonshine, but it's actually, I think this was spaghetti sauce.
What's the surface like of that water in there? Is it flat or curved?
Curved.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's all curvy.
Because of the ice, right?
The meniscus, the ice. Yeah. So, all right. So there is this is the most distant one, is that right?
You're 27 feet below the horizon. As we have proven again and again, there's absolutely no globe curvature, whether over water, land or ice, oceans, lakes, ground, it doesn't matter. If there's no curvature at 21 miles.
So let's look at, should we look at your, did you do this math or was this, oops, or was this?
That was his.
It's okay.
Well, at least the calculators anyways.
Yeah.
So if you want to complain about the numbers, you'll have to phone Google and complain about the calculation on those.
That wasn't Google. It was the person that wrote it on GitHub. It wasn't Google that wrote it.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Whoever wrote it. Yeah.
You don't know how that works? Just because you Google something and then you go to a website after it doesn't mean Google owns that website.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really have a concern with that.
All right. So here we are back again. Eye height of 5 feet. So that was your camera.
Yeah.
And
no, the laser. Sorry.
The laser was at 5 feet.
I was sitting in my car, so I was probably at 4 feet or
you
3
You were
feet.
in the car when you didn't get out of the car to film it?
No, it was too cold.
Too cold. What time of year was this?
Early spring.
Oh wait, you're in Canada. You're basically outside the ice wall.
Yeah, just like your weather people. For your cold weather, it comes from Canada, the country north of your country.
Yeah,
just
well,
so you know down there.
I found out when I was talking to Punchy that when you get to the Minnesota Canada border, that is the actual ice wall there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The NASA penguins don't let you through if you're not authorized. Okay.
Okay.
So on this Earth curve calculator, you can see the source code and calculation method are available on github.com. There you can click on that to find out the person who wrote this. But the light travels in straight lines part is what I definitely have a problem with. So.
Oh yeah, I know you will. You'll have a problem with everything that we talk about.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
So all right. So what did you do? Well, tell you what. Let me do this. One of the best flat Earth debunkers had this to say about your ignoring refraction.
Refraction, which we immediately and adamantly claim it's always present because there's temperature fluctuation and atmospheric conditions that are consistently affecting what you perceive.
So there you go. So, well,
that's going to distort what I see. Yeah, but it's not going to bend that laser.
Says who? How did you confirm that light does not bend lasers?
Well, the railroad track is level. Or flat. It's flat. I'm not even going to say level. It's flat.
Okay, so then show the measurements of flatness.
What do you mean by that? The measurements?
Well, you claimed it's flat. You now have the burden of evidence to show that it is flat.
Well, yeah, I'll go talk to the highways department to confirm it.
So you can't actually declare that it's flat. You
well,
can just.
I can go talk to them and verify.
You can. All right. Well, and how did they measure that it's flat?
I'll ask them. I don't know. I haven't talked to them yet, but I'll ask them that.
You'll ask them.
See, that's what I do. I research stuff to confirm stuff. I don't just assume stuff. So I'm going to go research that stuff to confirm that it's flat.
Okay.
Because guess what? Everything from Ontario west of there is flat. So I'm kind of curious.
According to your claim. That's just your claim, though. Right?
No, that's what everybody in this.
That's your claim. That's just a claim. That's not evidence-based. That's a claim.
You're claiming there's a curve.
Yes, and it's been measured.
And what's the measurement?
What's the measurement of it? Well, I can show you. I can show you some measurements. Let me pull this up first.
What measurement have you come up with? Like, have you done anything?
Certainly, yeah. If you want to switch topics to that, I will. But I think we can wrap this one up.
Questions, yeah, would be good.
Yeah. Let me. All right. So here we go. I have, and I'm going to share this to you so you can see it.
I'd like to turn over to some airplane topics too.
So I did some research, and I did pull up the topographical maps that the Canadian surveys did.
Yeah.
So here's one right here, and this one has this is your road that you were on there. Let me scroll down here. It's a giant map. So this is Saskatchewan there. This diagonal road is 33 here.
course, we're looking at them vertically, not horizontally, like they should be laying down on a flat table, because we don't look at maps on a wall.
It's actually on a computer screen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we should be laying it flat for
Yeah.
normal optical.
So, all right. So you see here, is this Richardson, right? This is,
Yeah.
okay. And then you can see these lines that go across here. These are topographical lines. So it's actually showing the topography is not the same elevation. It varies. So the elevation varies.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that, so you can't say there are no hills. There are hills. They're not significant hills. They're not really tall, but there are hills.
Well,
So-
I've driven down that highway about 150 times. I don't know how many times you've driven down it, but it's flat.
Yeah, so say your eyes, but your eyes are not precise measurement devices.
Yeah, I know it because I
So-
crash into things all the time and I walk into walls. That's why I got such a headache all the time.
Well,
Because I can't perceive what my
should
eyes are telling
you
me.
should see somebody about that. But your eyes are pretty good for driving and for not hitting walls, but they're very poor at identifying curvature.
I know, eh?
So, all right. So here is this is the important thing. Now this is the 1 to 50,000 scale. So this is actually a bit zoomed in scale. And you see here, North American datum 1927. Do you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what that means?
It means that this bends over my head somehow, like this.
No, that's level the noun, not level the adjective. So North American date of 1927. So here we have the North American datum of 1983, which is the one that's the
history
predecessor.
class now, folks.
What's that?
Yeah. I was
So
just talking about that.
So this is what the surveyors actually reference their elevation surveys to.
Yeah, elevation.
An actual datum, right? So
Yeah.
I'll show you. So that's the 50,000 scale. I have also the 250,000 scale. I'll grab that as well.
Elevation in relation to what? C curve?
Yes.
Yeah, C curve. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So this is a newer one. These are newer. I can zoom in for you on this as well. Moose Jaw, is that the area?
Yeah, it's southeast of there. Yeah, we're
Yeah, so
going
all
where I
these-
flew. Yeah.
All of these maps are the same. They have the same, and I'll zoom in here. So I showed you first the one that had the North American datum 1927.
Yeah,
This
whatever
is-
that has to do with it, but yeah.
This is North American datum 1983. So
Yeah,
this is what the surveyors output. They output topographical maps.
Yeah, sea level. I love it. Yeah.
So they
Beautiful.
do differential leveling.
Yeah, leveling. I love that word. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
And they reference it to a datum. So North American datum 1983. So here we go. Back
Yeah, you
over
said level,
to
guys.
North American, right here. Here is. So all those elevations are relative to the standard set by North American datum 1983,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Which is an ellipsoid, GRS 80 ellipsoid.
Okay.
So the surveyors established the elevation of that road referenced to an ellipsoid. Now, an ellipsoid is it's like a sphere, but it's a little bit not spherical. It's a little smushed.
Oh yeah.
So
And how is that?
that's what surveyors do. They
Oh, yeah?
they reference to a datum. The datum that particular topographical map is referenced to is an ellipsoid. So when you go down to the highway department and you say, well, how did you do the differential leveling? They'll say, well, we referenced to benchmarks, and those benchmarks that we referenced to are referenced themselves to the North American datum 1983 or some other datum.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
I did my research.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
You
Hey, like,
you
I was-
declared without doing any research on this particular topic, Mikey, you declared that it's flat with
Yeah.
zero evidence that the surveyors did anything that concluded it was flat. I did my
You got your
investigation.
information from the internet. Yes. Okay. Sure.
No. From the surveyors that
Okay.
surveyed that road and
Yeah.
established the elevation through differential leveling,
Okay.
first or second or third order differential leveling,
Yeah. I
and
know.
output
Exactly.
those topographical maps.
Okay.
So that's the output of my research. When you declare that road is flat, you say it in ignorance. When I say that road has been leveled and level is a curve, it's done not in ignorance, but from a position of looking up the information and in knowledge.
But I'm kind of curious I'm confused with that whole term level on a curve.
I understand that it's confusing for you, but
you
the
need to explain
definition
it
of
better.
level, you don't get to pick the definition of level. It's already
No,
been picked.
I know what definitions mean,
Yeah.
but I want you to show me it in reality.
Okay, so you're changing the topic, and I'm happy to go to that topic once we're finished with this one.
Reality, yeah, it kind of works from time to time.
Are you? Do you want to move on to
Yeah,
from
we
this?
could. I would
That
love to, because this level thing is confusing the hell out of me.
I
Because
understand it's a
I
problem,
don't see that. I don't see that.
yeah, but your
and
eyes
according
aren't
to me,
precision
I'm
leveling
not-
devices.
I've got walleye vision, I guess. So yeah, I guess I got problems. But yeah, let's keep going.
No, all humans aren't good at identifying curves. We're not good at differential leveling. You need instruments for that.
That's a curve. This is not.
It actually has some slight curve to it.
This ball behind me has a curve, but that
Yeah.
doesn't work. Here's one. Can I ask you a quick question? Let's ask you a quick question. If I was in California and you were in Florida and you had a level,
Yeah.
how would you hold it? Would it be level on both coastlines?
No, they would not be level to each other. The levels are not
Exactly.
parallel to each
Exactly.
other.
That's what my buddy said, and you have to say no.
Yeah, and that's confirmed through measurements.
Uh,
You
The
can only
measurements that you've
declare it through a religious belief. I
The
can cite
measurements that you've
measurements.
right? Because you've done the measurements, right?
I don't have to do it myself. You've agreed already. I don't have to be the one that did the measurements.
So let's hear what you got to say about these hills then.
What hills? Oh,
Is it
your
an
other one?
atmospheric mirage. It's a mirage. He's
All right.
from Chicago. It's a mirage.
All right, your other one. Let me get that. And I read the comments. I read the comments of your video. I didn't think you'd still bring it up, but I'm glad you did.
No, it's okay.
Let
Hey,
me.
there's a term that pilots use. They use straight and level. I guess that means over a curve too again, right? When they fly,
Yeah,
they fly
yeah.
straight and level.
Yeah, are you trying to apply an exceedingly specific terminology when they're not being exceedingly specific?
Well, they have to maintain level flight in relation to the
Yeah.
artificial horizon in the cockpit.
Yeah, and level we've determined already is a curve right here on screen. Level is a curve. I mean it goes
That's
on.
a drawing, man. That's
I have
a drawing.
citation after citation after citation.
Yeah, hey, go back up, go back up,
It
go
goes-
back up.
it
go
goes
back
for-
up, go
back for
up, go
centuries.
out. You went right flying through it. What's this going on? What are these guys doing?
Level. A level surface is defined as a curved surface which at each point is perpendicular to the direction of gravity at the point.
Where's the
surface-
curve and gravity is fake, so it doesn't matter. Where is the curve on that level?
Hold on. The surface of a still water is truly level surface. Any surface
Yeah.
parallel to the
Yes.
mean any surface parallel to the
Is
mean
truly level
spheroidal surface of the earth is therefore a level surface. You can
Truly
actually
level
have
surface.
a parallel surface to a curve.
It says it right there. Still water is truly a level surface.
Yes, but they're not
I love
using
it.
the word
No,
flat.
I'm done.
You are
I'm done
you are
after that statement right
substituting
there.
your own
Level
definition
surface.
there, but you don't get to do that. You're not a surveyor. Any
Oh, I
surface
know.
parallel to the mean spheroidal, that means spherical, right? The not flat version. The spheroidal
Yeah,
surface of the earth is therefore a level
He's not
surface.
getting out of it. He'll never get out of it. He won't. I get it.
Mikey, that's the definition. If you disagree, then you have the burden of evidence to show that the entire field of surveying is wrong. Good luck.
I get it, man. I get it. I know where you're coming from. Okay, you're just repeating stuff that's been written in books and everything
But Mikey,
else. I know.
it's all based
get
on
it.
evidence and measurements. You have just faith. You have just declared it to be flat without having any evidence of it. You've declared
so.
that light does not bend without having any evidence that light does not bend.
I can't win over a lie. I will never win over a lie. I never will, Mattoon.
Okay, but do you have any evidence supporting yourself?
Channel because
Mikey, you just need some evidence. But let's look at your hills. I got that one ready for you here.
When have you gone? Whatever.
We've already determined that I don't have to do it myself.
Yeah, of course.
Right? You
wanna
cited
prove anything to yourself.
You wanted to go to the highway department there and pull up their survey, the results of their survey. I just went and got it for you already. I knew where it was. I just went to, Canadian Geodetic Survey.
I'm so special, people.
All right, so here is your second one here. You want to explain this?
No, you explain it. 'Cause
It's yours.
You're better at it. There's like 10,000 feet of curvature, and the light reflects off the clouds, and that's how I could see the freaking hills. It's unbelievable. There's a flat curve there, 100%. Everybody in Saskatchewan is totally mental. They've been talking about Saskatchewan being flat, and you can see your dog run away for 3 days, and you can see farmyard lights from 10 miles away. We're all fucking mentally retarded here in Saskatchewan because it's flat over a curve. I'm not really sure where this curvature is. I've been here for 46 years, and I've never seen curvature in Saskatchewan. So you're going to have to explain this video to me and your subscribers and why you think this Amazon speaker is square. Because you think it's square, because everything I say, you say the opposite of. So this is a square pink Amazon speaker.
Okay. Well, thank you for that one.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't get you explain this video and how it works for
All
me.
right, so I have the let's see, where is that? Is that here? Here's your line of sight here. Right?
Yep.
So from Regina there down towards Avonlea.
Yep.
And I got he sent me the points, the GPS coordinates. 33 miles.
Yep.
Again, Mikey, you and 33. Whew.
You can move that cursor anywhere you want on those hills. I just picked that part. You can pick 35 if you want. Doesn't matter to me.
It's your numbers. You set them. Yeah, seriously, Mikey. I use the numbers you sent me, and I'm like, dude, this guy liked 33. Do you know 33 UC, the goofball that's been on here a couple times? He's gonna have words with you.
He's not a goofball. He's a genius.
The guy that's a big time Russian vids fan, 33 UC.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that thinks that it's proof of something that.
No, not proof. I wouldn't say it's proof. What, you think I'm a
no,
Freemason now?
He says he says that. All right.
Well, you're exaggerating.
Never mind. All right.
Yeah.
33. Calm down. 33. He likes to come in and troll. So, all right. So there's the 2 points there. We'll jump up to the video. So he's sitting at near Regina at the between two roads here, between an off pass.
Yeah.
Over and not an exit, right? So here you have is it playing? It's not. There you go. There's cars going by. You're talking.
Yeah, that means the earth is spinning probably, right?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
Something else would measure that, I suppose. So there's your car. And here all right, so you're zooming in to these hills here.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. You get a little closer. So you got some hills there. So how much is visible there? Did you quantify how much is visible?
Well, before I answer that, if you move 2 miles down the highway, you can stand on the highway with your own 2 feet and see the bottom of the hills all the way there. So
Why didn't you get that?
because I wanted to be on the overpass because the traffic's too high, too much there.
Oh, okay.
And even on that highway which runs east and west, I can go further north on a grid road, another 5 kilometers, and still film those hills.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
All
try to figure out how that even happens on any point of view, but whatever.
So, all right. So you see from here, you see some hills. There it is. It's kind of this, it's kind of hazy, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what was the elevation of where you were at?
It was 577 meters above sea level, and that
All
was
right.
597, those hills.
Well, the peak of those hills is 876, actually.
Yeah,
You know
at
how
the
I know
top-
that? You know
at
how
the
I know
top of the hills.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but I'm
look at
measuring
that.
the bottom.
I looked at a topographical map here. Look at that. So you're up
Yeah,
here on
yeah.
the top right here. This is about where you're at.
They're fancy.
Right around here. I'll move that down. Not here. A little bit farther up where these roads intersect.
Yeah, right where your cursor
Right.
is. Yeah.
But yeah, it's off screen. And then here's the hills that you're looking at down here in the bottom left. And then
Yeah.
you're looking
Hold on, let's
across.
take this cursor, but just hold on. Okay, yeah.
And you're
So
looking
that's-
across this valley. This is a valley you're looking across. You got a
Yeah, very tiny valley, like 4 inches almost. Yeah, but anyway.
4 inches. Well, actually, this
I'm
map
exaggerating.
disagrees.
It's not
Yeah.
really a valley. That's barely a valley. It's
Yeah.
like
So
a freaking,
you were at
crap
577 meters, you said, right?
yeah, and then so move
right.
your cursor down to the red
And-
spot there.
And so hold on, we've got
Those
we've
are
got-
hills.
right there 565 meters there at the bottom of the valley,
Yeah, okay.
right?
It's not really
And
a
then
valley.
we've got up here, I got 876 at
Yeah, but go down to the bottom of the hill, sir.
yeah, but you didn't do any. You can't do anything to quantify how much of the hill is visible. That's the problem. But here's what.
Can you just please do that for a second without rambling on? Like go up to your go up. Yeah, right there. 664.
Okay.
Let's go with that number.
664. Okay. So here we go. We'll start with observer height. Now, what we're going to do is because this is made for viewing across water. We have to normalize it. You know what I mean when I say normalize it?
High level, yes. What other levels are on there? Sea level.
So to normalize it, we take the 577 elevation and we're going to subtract the bottom there of the valley there. So 577 and the valley is
Just don't let you do that.
565.
There's no valley there.
well, I mean it says it right on the topographical map.
Yeah,
So-
but seriously, it's literally 8 feet deep.
It's literally not actually. It's literally 565.
Again, I must have not been
It's
there.
literally 12 meters difference, which is significantly more than 8 feet. It's not a big valley, but it's 12 meters. So that means that we're
I
gonna
know.
use 12 meters for
Can't
our
win against the lie.
for the
That's
observer.
all I'm gonna say.
What's that?
Can't win against the lie.
But do you
Like
disagree that this is a valley here? That there is a lower elevation here.
Okay, but then it goes back up, does it
Okay.
not? By the time you get to
Exactly.
the hill?
So how did you account for the topography? You did nothing to account for the topography. You have
So
to
what if
account
it
for the
dips
topography.
below- so what if it dips below my eyesight? What does that matter?
You
The hills
include
won't
it.
come back up.
You include it in the calculations.
Okay, do
All right.
something.
So I got the lowest part of the valley there, the water, where you're at. So that gives the observer height. The difference between the observer height and the valley there is 12 meters, right? And the distance isn't. So we have 53 kilometers, 55. It's not going to matter much. But let's
Oh,
put in
but
your
it
number.
might difference in thousands of feet. You never know.
There you go. And the target size of 876 meters, right? And now Gauss used over hills in regular conditions, he used 0.17. The American Geological Society, Meteorological Society uses 0.33.
Okay, but what hills were in between me and those hills?
No hills. No hills. So here's the target size. And so the
33 is it?
predicted hidden amount is 83 meters. So
83 meters.
the globe predicts that the bottom 83 meters of those hills should be hidden. That's the globe math.
Yeah,
I
but
will
then-
happily do the globe math. I'll take care of that. You take care of for observations. Maybe you can give the predicted hidden amount for the flat Earth. Maybe you could provide that. I've been asking for that for years, and nobody's ever given the formula to predict the amount hidden bottom up for flat Earth.
Okay, how come I can see the bottom of the hills then?
But I don't know how this is the bottom of the hills. Yeah, are you serious? Are you seriously saying that this is the bottom of the hills?
You can see them from ground level standing on the highway.
I see a blur, Mikey. That's just a blur. It's a hazy blur. There are trees
Yeah.
in the way.
And where does haze come from?
Doesn't matter. This is not showing you the bottom of the hills.
Okay, I'll just wait for a colder day and I'll show you the bottom of the hills. It's not a problem.
There you go. Make sure you have some identifying feature on the bottom of the hills so you can tell. Otherwise, this is
like
worthless,
someone holding
Mikey.
a flashlight or a laser, maybe.
This is completely without value. I mean, it's interesting. I'm glad you did
I
it, but
know,
this
it's
doesn't
without
tell us
value,
anything.
Man, it's bullshit.
It
I
doesn't
don't even know why I waste my time doing experiments, right, McToon?
I
It's
agree.
always gonna be wrong.
Exactly. Maybe you should
Can't
just
win
be
over a lie, can we, McToon?
Mikey, you could just be a Canadian, say sorry, and we'll welcome back to Team Globe.
Not a chance.
We're happy to have you.
Okay, here we go. Now it's my turn. But it's my turn. Now it's my turn to laugh at you now. Okay,
All
here
right.
we go.
All right.
Okay, this is for all you and your kindergarten class there. Hope you can see this. Okay. Here's your beautiful sun, 93 million miles away, I guess, eh? Here's the Earth. Here's Mercury and Venus. You can't
There.
see it.
No, there. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so 6 months from this position, you're going to be over here, correct? Because it takes a year to go around the sun.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you see these two stars 6 months from over here?
Mercury and Venus are not stars, but
Yeah, the planets. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
when you're facing this way to see the darkness of the sky.
Sure.
Wait.
Now, are you aware that Mercury and Venus also orbit?
Yeah,
Okay, so let's get a little better scale, because initially you put Mercury
but the
and
thing
Venus.
is, you can see these all year round. That's the statement.
Yeah. Just a second. Initially,
Yeah.
you put Mercury and Venus outside of Earth's orbit. It's actually on the inside of Earth's orbit. So let's do this. Move the sun
Yeah.
and Earth farther apart and put Mercury and Venus between.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
All right, there you go. Now,
doesn't matter where these are. They can be outside. It doesn't
no,
matter.
put them
But the
between. Put them
question
between.
is this you can still see these 6 months from.
Yeah, I'll explain it. All right. So move the
I can't
Earth and
believe
sun.
you're showing me. Pardon?
Yeah, move the Earth and sun farther apart, as far apart as the camera frame will allow.
Yeah. Okay. Let's back them up here.
Okay, no, move the sun and Earth farther apart, and
Yeah.
and leave Mercury and Venus out for now. I'll have
Okay.
you position them in a second. There you go. Move the sun a little farther. There you go. All right, now grab just one of them. Grab Mercury or Venus, call it whatever you want.
hmm
Okay, now put it next to the Earth.
Okay. Yeah.
No. What? That's not where Mercury or Venus orbits.
Well, yeah.
No,
well, you
put
see
it next to the Earth.
The
Put it next to the Earth.
Earth is over here.
Yeah, put Venus right next to the Earth.
I just did that.
No, it's not. It's not in like at the same order. Oh my gosh!
Well, you said next to the Earth. This is the Earth.
All right, between the Earth and the sun, but close to the Earth. Move it
Okay.
a little close. There you go. Okay, now Now, imagine the orbit of Venus there.
Mm-hmm.
Right now move it a little farther away from you in the orbit, but no, away from you, but in the orbit still.
Yeah.
Keep going, a little more, keep going.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good spot. Now, half of the Earth is dark.
Yeah. Over
Right?
here. Yeah.
Now, if it's either dusk or dawn for you, right? You're kind of on the edge there. So put your finger on the Earth where, but point your finger towards me.
What?
Because that's middle of the night for that person. So
Okay,
put somebody
but what
who's
about this
right
person?
on the Terminator line of dusk and dawn on the Earth there.
Okay. Yeah, that would be here.
There you go. Okay. So now that person there,
Mm-hmm.
from that person's viewpoint, can they see Venus?
Sure. But what about here?
They can't see it there. You cannot see Venus in the middle of the night in this orientation.
Okay. That's your theory.
No, that's not there. You show somebody's observation of Venus or Mercury in the middle of the night. People
Well,
that do viewings of this, they
Yeah,
know when they can view it. They know they can't do it in the middle of the night. It's not visible then.
Well, Venus, you can see go through the whole sky. I've filmed it. Like I've watched and waited for it and filmed it.
Sure you have.
I guess not then.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
It's just amazing.
Mikey, it doesn't happen. You see
deny
it.
everything
You see it during.
somebody does.
You see it during dusk and dawn. That's all. That's the only time that you can see Mercury or Venus is near dusk and dawn.
So where does it go in the middle of the night then?
It's either closer to the sun, and so the people see daytime, so they don't see
It goes
it.
from the east to the west. So where is it in between? In between, it goes behind the sun. The sun's not in the night sky, huh?
Put it back on the table. I'll show you where it's at if you need.
The diagrams aren't working for you now.
This. Hold on a second. This might help. I think you're not quite understanding things in three-dimensional space. So
No, I am. It's just you're
hold on a
not.
second. All right.
Yep.
This might help. So if you imagine them in three-dimensional space moving around,
I don't like to imagine things. I like reality there, Mr. Four Eyes.
that's reality. Is the position of Mercury and Venus is well understood. People that are astronomers know when they can view it.
Oh no.
And they
Don't
set
even
up
bring up this
they
one.
set up telescopes so that they can view it at those particular times. And sometimes Mercury and Venus transit the sun, and they know for years ahead of time when it's going to happen. So
I
Tell you
agreed
what.
with that 10 years ago, but I can disprove that now.
Mikey,
because I know how to think.
could I send you a pair of these? It might help.
I have actual real
Get-
ones from my TV. I got 3 pair, man.
All right.
I put 3 of them on all at the same time, and then everything turns into a curve.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
there we
I
go.
got like 9D vision now, not just 3D. I got 9D vision. I just put 3 on and multiply it. You're just a loser.
All right, Mikey. You want to know?
Well, I'm going to
Let's
ask you
see.
some more questions here. It's my turn to ask you.
Sure.
Because I love how you deny everything. Okay.
I gotta stock up just a second here.
So numbers prove reality, right? In your world?
No, that's not how I say it. No.
Okay, good. That's fine with me. That's good. At least you're honest, at least for that one statement. What is your, I want to know your curvature rate numbers, yours. If
Mine,
there's a curve, what's the curvature rate?
Sure.
10 miles away, how much curvature should there be?
Well, it depends on the observer height, of course. That's
Okay, well, give me an
important part
observer
of it.
height. Give me an example.
All right.
Let's imagine.
All right. So here we
Like
go
there's 3
again.
little pigs running across the field.
All right. So the best one is this one here, the Bislin Advanced Curve Calculator. He even gives the derivation. So here's a nice diagram, so you can see what the math is calculating.
I guess so, yeah. But show me some numbers. I don't care about diagrams.
Absolutely, coming up right here. Here is number 4. This is the formula that I use. You see that?
Okay, but what's the inches per mile?
That it doesn't answer that question because that's not.
In reality,
You want to see the amount obstructed bottom up with
Yeah.
increasing distance, right? That's what this formula is for.
Yeah, but what's you have to have an average
No, I know.
number of rate. Well, how do you not?
You don't have to do that. That's not how it works.
So how do we figure out the curvature rate of this speaker?
I suppose you'd measure it. So what's its diameter? You got a tape measure there or a ruler?
Yeah, well, we can easily, let's say it's 6 inches. That looks about
Tell
6
you what,
inches.
I've got one right here. Look
Yeah,
at that.
measure it.
And mine also isn't plugged in. I have 2 of them on here. So, all right. We've got... It is just under 4 inches in diameter. So we can get the radius of that as 2 inches. You want the circumference? We can do that. If you want, you can plug it into a formula. So you could even use this particular formula to take an observer on this side and an obstructed thing on this side, plug in that formula that's right up here, and see how much would be obstructed with different distances.
Okay,
There you go.
Do that.
I need a specific example, and I don't think you have a specific example sitting on your Echo, right?
Well, but that's an example. You could find the curvature rate of that thing per inch
Yeah.
or per.
The radius is 2 inches. Go ahead and do the math. This is an example
I
of the
don't do
math
math.
showing the bottom up obstruction amount.
Yeah.
So there you
Okay,
go.
but okay, now do that on this because this is curved too.
That's a noun level.
Yeah,
Different thing. Different
Yeah,
thing.
it's flat. Okay, but there's curvature on the other ones that you just showed me a while ago.
On the other ones. What do you mean? What other ones?
On the other displays that you showed me before.
They were not the same thing. They weren't bubble levels.
Okay, so what
It
about
was
a 10 mile?
the
So-
adjective level, Mikey. The adjective for level that's talking about the shape of the Earth
it's,
means curve.
Whatever,
Your bubble
whatever.
level is a bubble level, a completely different thing, absolutely unrelated. They use the same word, but they're unrelated.
Okay, we have a 24-hour Globe Buster show. So where's the 24-hour Flat Buster show?
I don't know what you're talking about.
With all the ponderance of evidence of this Earth being a globe, where is your Flat Buster show to prove that every single flat earther on this flat Earth we live is wrong?
Do you want a 24-hour video stream?
Yeah, that's what Globe Busters has.
Why? How does that do anything?
Well, we talk about evidence and proving things. Did you know pilots are talking about how Earth is flat too? Do you
Well,
research that?
I would love to speak to one of these pilots, but I never find any.
Oh, here's another one. So when there's an earthquake,
Yeah?
the Earth moves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it doing the rest of the time?
Did you just have a stroke?
No, I'm totally
What the
fine.
hell even is that?
Well, what's it doing the rest of the time?
What do you mean?
It's being motionless, you nut.
No, it's not.
Well,
It's been measured.
So you're spinning right now.
Yes.
You're absolutely hilarious.
Yes, it is.
You should go to the bar tonight again and get you're spinning a lot more than that.
Mikey, what is the limit of the human sensing of rotation?
I don't know. We're all delusional.
Didn't you do your own research?
No, not on that. Never heard of it before.
So why would you think that we should feel the rotation if you never bothered to
Because
check
they have
the
senses. I would trust my own senses.
what is the human ability to sense rotation? What's the limit of our ability to sense rotation?
Explain it. What's our limit?
You're the one making the claim. You should have that ready to go.
You're making the claim we're spinning. So what's the limit?
The limit is 2 degrees per hour. 2 degrees
Okay.
per second, sorry. Per second. It's an acceleration. So 2 degrees per second is the limit. Anything less than that in acceleration,
numbers
the
you're
human
throwing out.
vestibular system cannot feel.
Have you done this experiment?
No, I don't need to do the experiment. We already agreed that I don't have to do the experiment myself, neither do you. Right?
I'm
So-
doing my experiments to figure out where I live. You're not.
Okay, but you didn't do any experiments on the human vestibular system to find out the limits of
I didn't
humans.
know I had
rotation.
to. I failed this class too,
You
I
would
guess.
have to if you're going to claim, why can't we feel it? So I'll explain it. The vestibular system, it's in our ears. We've got tubes in kind of a
I
oval
think
shape,
you got 2 other places, but yeah, okay, yeah.
right? Now, when you move your head, either in any direction, there's fluid in that tube. And when you move your head moves, the fluid is resistant to that movement. The hairs on the inside of that tube bend and flex as that the fluid passes over those hairs, and they're picked up as rotation. But it only feels acceleration because once you get going, that fluid gets matching the same rotation as your head. So if you were in a sensory deprivation chair, which is how they measure these things, and rotating, so they play white noise and they blindfold you, and you would feel the initial movement starting up, but then once you're moving, you cannot identify that you're moving because the
Yeah,
fluid
'cause they-
inside your
they alter
ears.
They'd alter your ears.
They wouldn't have to alter it. That's just how it works. So once the acceleration stops, about 20 seconds later, you will no longer feel the rotation. You will think that you are not moving. That's
Okay.
the human vestibular system.
Because he stopped.
No, still rotating. So take somebody in a sensory deprivation environment,
Yeah, that is an altered perception.
rotate them.
When they're done that test, they're not spinning. They don't have the earmuffs on or whatever they're going through the testing. They remain still, and they still don't feel like they're spinning.
Well, once you
They're only
stop
spinning
them,
on that test.
they will then again feel dizzy because that fluid is in motion, and it will tell them that they're rotating, even though they're not. That's
then when
why at
but when
birthday
that
parties,
when the fluid stops, they stop spinning. They feel that they don't feel that sensation.
absolutely. So if somebody
Thank
is
you.
at constant
that
angular
one.
motion, they cannot feel the rotation.
Okay, here's another question.
But before we move on, I want to know that you understand that because you asked it. I gave you
I
the
understand
answer.
it way more than you now. So yeah, I get it.
You
Nobody
understand it
knows
way
they're
more than me.
spinning.
Do
They
you
don't
have?
feel like they're spinning because they don't have that deprivation of the fluid screwed around in their mind. Once it stops, they're done spinning. Done. Perfect. Good example. Nobody knows they're spinning. How do the coastlines flood on a ball? Does the water bulge out and then the coastlines flood, or how does the coastline like of Florida flood on a ball?
Because the water gets higher in elevation.
But how does it do that on a ball?
It gets higher in elevation. Elevation is the distance from the center.
So like a balloon?
Well, it's liquid on top of the surface, so it's not like a balloon because it's not held in with a membrane like on a balloon.
Yeah, but how would it, like, if you have liquid on this ball,
Yes.
how does it? I'm not sure how it works because the sea level is level, so it's, again, in your terms, it's
a
curved
curve,
anyway.
yeah.
So how does it like, does the earth become sick and fart or something, or like how
No,
does
the amount of water in an area is larger, so it's farther from the center, so the elevation is larger.
center of what?
The center of the earth. Elevation is the
How far is the
distance from the
center
center of the earth.
How far is the center of the earth?
About 4,000 miles from the surface.
Interesting. How did they know that? We've only dug about 8 miles.
You don't need to dig to measure it. Just like I did not need to dig a hole into the middle of this to measure its radius.
Yeah, because you can see
Right.
it, but you can't see the center of the
Now,
earth.
another way to do it would be I could wrap a string around this. right?
Yeah.
And I could say, oh, well, that length of that string and the relationship between the length of that string and pi would tell me the radius or the diameter. I
Don't
didn't
talk
need
about
to
pi. You're making me hungry.
measure. What's that?
Don't talk about pie. I'm hungry.
I know you're getting hungry, Mikey. You gotta stay strong with me. So you don't need to actually go to the center of something to know the radius of it.
Yeah, but no. I know that. But how far is it to the center of the Earth when you've never been there? How do you measure that?
All right. So the way that surveyors do it, the older way, there's newer techniques that do it, but the old way is they would measure a portion of it. And the longer the better, but it's expensive to measure it. So there's one that's called the transcontinental triangulation and the American arc of the parallel, where they measured across the 39th parallel of the United States from coast to coast. So they got
Parallel.
the entire distance of it.
I like the word parallel. Yeah, sure.
Yes, parallel is a line of latitude.
Yes.
Right.
Parallel. Yeah. Horizontal. Same thing.
No, you, Mikey. Little 3D geometry here. You can have parallel curves. All right. Sorry.
You're making shit up as you go, man. I can
No,
tell
I'm
that.
not. No, this is geometry that's been around for centuries.
No, I know
I've
that,
got-
but it's
Here.
Mm,
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah,
Euclid's phenomena. See that?
yeah, phenomenon. Yes. And
Euclid.
There's any facts in that? Can't we call it Euclid's facts?
Do you know who Euclid is?
No.
He's often referred to as, one of the people
What
that
are those
invented
cartoon-
geometry.
What are those cartoon images on the front there?
Well, there's a sphere on here. So
Well, what is
anyway,
it?
so he talks at length about
Sphere. That's not a sphere. It's on a piece of paper. That book is a sphere.
it's a drawing of a sphere. So here's what you do, Mikey. When you want to draw a picture of a sphere on a two-dimensional surface, you have to make, I think, like third grade art class, Mikey.
No, I know that, but show me that picture again. I didn't get a good look at it. Is it an actual sphere?
No, it's a picture of a sphere.
I don't see the back of it. How is it a sphere? That's like the moon. That's a picture of the moon.
It's a picture of a sphere, Mikey. Oh,
It's a planet.
do you not know how this works? Oh my
do
gosh.
I just know how to think.
So on the screen right now, I see your head, and it's a bit spherical. So it's a
Yeah.
lovely curve on it. I would call it level.
I wouldn't.
And I
This
can tell,
level.
I can
This-
tell by looking at it that it's not flat because I can look at it.
Exactly. But this might prove it. He's having a good time with my bald head because I'm so sexy.
Is that the ladies say? Do they?
No, they don't.
No.
Only in my dreams.
Do you not have a lady friend, Mikey?
No, I've been single for many, many years.
Tell you, man, we got some lovely ladies on the globe. I don't know.
Thank you.
There's
Conversation would
I've
last
seen
5
some of
minutes.
the offerings on the other side, and I'm telling you,
There it is.
this guy. Somebody said this guy's the Canadian Carl Pilkington.
Who's that? See, I mean, don't pee your pants, Dominic.
Oh, that is oh, dude, you are Carl Pilkington. You are I love it. I love Carl Pilkington. Mikey, there's nothing to be ashamed of being Carl Pilkington. Flattered Carl Pilkington. It's so good. All right. I totally got off track. What were we doing?
Just proving flat Earth as usual.
Okay. Tell you what, I have a question from somebody in the audience. Alyssa was wondering, why do pilots have to account for the globe whenever we calculate our flight distances? Lots of love from Australia.
Hey, she's from Australia. Hold on a sec here.
He.
Hey, here's one for you, McToon. Are you looking?
Yes.
How come this guy here in Chile
Yes.
and you and I in North America can look up to see the sun? Why is that guy on the bottom of the globe looking up to see the sun?
Well,
above his head?
he wouldn't look directly up ever in Chile there.
Why wouldn't he? He does.
Because the sun is never directly overhead in the southern part of Chile. He'd have to be on the Tropic of Capricorn. I don't know if Tropic of Capricorn crosses Chile. I think it does.
But it doesn't matter. Australia.
Yeah.
Why do they look up to see the sun?
So, Mikey, on the surface of a sphere, up is the away from the center vector.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So away. So grab that again.
Yeah. So this dude.
So he's pointing away from center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on your little freaking cartoon here we go. Whoops, hold on.
I heard a beep beep.
That's my messages. So here's the dude in Australia. The sun's over here.
Yes.
Well, how does he look up to see the sun? And same with us.
Well, that looks like it's
the
about
sun is over here above us.
Yeah, Mikey. No, it's not. Put it. Let's do it for the equinox. Put it right above the equator.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So now in North America, where we are, we don't look up. The highest the sun gets on the day of the equinox for me in Minneapolis is 45 degrees above true level.
Yeah. So
and for you, you're probably about 50 degrees north, which means that no, it's not there. Put it back over the equator. That's where it is in the globe model, farther away, of course.
Yeah.
But so for you at maybe about 50 degrees north, what's your angle to the sun on the equinox at local solar noon?
I don't know. I've measured it.
40 degrees. You never look up on the day of the equinox. You don't even look 45 degrees up. You look 40 degrees up, a little less than 45.
And so what about in the winter then?
In the winter?
Yeah. Like,
so take that and rotate it more. Rotate the base. Rotate the base. There you go. All right. So have that bar that's going across it point away from the sun.
Like which bar? This bar?
There's the bar on the back. Yes. Yep. Have the sun on the opposite side as that bar, and then over the Tropic of Capricorn there. So Tropic of Capricorn should be that's the equator, down farther south.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Right. All right. So there you go. So now look what your angle is up in North America. Of course, the sun needs to be actually farther away to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be less than 40 degrees at local solar noon.
Okay, so if I'm standing like this, when I look at the sun in January, it's almost at the horizon, so the sun should actually be like further here.
Well, but move the sun farther away. None of this is to scale, so it's a little.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. And so could that not happen on this? Why not like this too? If I'm standing here on this table and this sun was 200 feet down range, it would be the same thing.
And how high is it?
Yeah, exactly. It would be the same thing.
So how high is the sun? How high above flat Earth is it?
100 miles.
100 miles.
Yeah.
So if you are in 50 degrees north and the sun is only 100 miles in elevation, how far are you from the sun?
Oh.
At 50 degrees north.
I can never go there. How would I verify how far the sun is? That's my assumption is that 100 miles.
We can easily for flat Earth. If we can triangulate. That's the thing about flat Earth. Why flat Earthers always want to triangulate with celestial navigation.
I don't want to triangulate anything. That's the other guys.
Yeah, but you just said the sun is 100 miles.
Yeah, because with Nova documentary, they recorded lightning sprites reflecting off the surface of whatever's up there, and they recorded it at 65 miles.
All right. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but there you go. There is. Yeah. What is this? This is flat Earth, all right?
Sure. No, that's level.
Well, no, this is flat Earth. All right, we're doing an experiment right here. This is flat Earth. Okay.
Are we imagining things again? Woo!
This is an experiment. You make a hypothesis and then a prediction.
There you go.
All right, so I drew a
Oh,
picture
what
of
is this?
I got you there, Mikey, and I didn't give you any hair.
Okay, cool.
You just gotta
that's great.
right. You're nice level head. All right, so we can do the angle. Right there. Now you are at 50 degrees north. So on the day of the equinox, when the sun is over what? Where is the sun directly above on the equinox?
Was it in the equator?
The equator, yeah. And you're
Yeah.
50 degrees north, which means you are 50 degrees times 60 nautical miles per degree. Okay, here's what we're doing here. Just this little
Hey,
bit of
Zoom
math.
Truth is watching. Woo!
So there you go. See that?
Yeah, but we can do that on a flat. Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're testing this for flat Earth.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right.
Yeah.
So we know your distance. 50 times 60 nautical miles. How many is that?
Well, how do we know my distance from what? Like,
From the equator. Your distance from the
Yeah.
equator.
but how do I know my distance from the sun?
We're getting there.
Okay.
So the sun is directly over the equator. You've said the sun is 100 miles high.
Sure. Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we've got 50 degrees times 60 nautical miles to give us your distance from the local solar, the subsolar
I
point.
got a question to ask you too. As you
Hold on,
Yeah.
hey, don't let the ADHD get us off track here, all right? 50 times 60 is what?
I don't know. 600? No, that's not right.
50 times 60.
I don't do math, man.
Oh my gosh. Mikey, what's 5 times 6?
55? No,
Mikey, what's 5 times 6?
30. 30-ish something.
30. Good job. Mikey,
You don't have a calculator there?
I don't need a calculator for 5 times 6, Mikey.
No, but the other one, the 50 and 60.
But all you need to do is add 2 zeros to the answer,
There you go. It's
which is,
3,000.
there you go, 3,000 nautical miles.
Don't forget, okay, but yeah, I want you
All
to
right.
do
Yeah,
I want you to do
we're-
the triangulation on the globe next.
we'll do it. All right, there you go.
Mhm.
So now, to be accurate, I will use a calculator to convert from nautical miles to miles. Right? We could just use 69, but it's not exactly. So 3,000.
Oh, what was I wrote level on close. Oh yeah.
The correct number, 3,452.
To what? The sun?
Nope, that's your statute miles between you and the sun on the day of the equinox at local solar noon.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yes. Yeah. The distance from
And
downrange. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I would
So,
agree with
and
that.
you've
Yeah.
said that the sun is 100 miles in elevation. Now we know, because people have observed it for a long time, that at
Sure.
local solar noon, at 50 degrees north, which is close to where you're at, the sun is 40 degrees in elevation. But we're going to use your number, your 100 miles.
Sure.
right?
Just for fun.
So now we could do the trigonometry. I'm not going to, because you can't multiply.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Then I gotta do something here.
What are you doing?
Uh,
Oh, Zoom Truth thinks that you destroyed me. Zoom Truth, you're cute.
well, the thing is, like, we know okay, but whatever. So as you're doing that, I want to ask you something. When you're doing the triangulation for your math, your bottom line has to be curved. Does it not?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely. We'll We'll do that.
But how do you get an accurate measurement out of that?
You use different math, Mikey. You don't triangulate.
Mm.
All right.
That's the reality. That's the thing. Like it's it's unbelievable. Why are you guys trying to screw everything up?
All right.
Why do you purposely do this? Like seriously, I want to ask you why you purposely do this.
All right, hold on.
Because
Mikey.
I know the earth is flat, but you're doing this on purpose. Just to fuck around with people, and I don't know why you do this.
All right, here we go.
You get your
I got
jollies out of this or something? You just
I got it here.
spray all over the place?
All right, so here's theta. This is the angle theta right here, right? That's the angle.
Yeah.
Now, according to, we solved this here, 3,450, whatever, and then the 100, this side, 100 miles high, right? This is your prediction. This is your number that you said that it's 100 miles high. The angle must be 1.66 degrees right here.
Okay, but what time of
That is according to your number, local solar noon on the day of the equinox from 50 degrees north. But we know from previous years, many previous years, that it's actually 40 degrees north. So it could not possibly be only 100 miles high.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm wrong then.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Okay, do 500 miles then.
We could work the other direction. We could take the known angle, 40 degrees, and the known distance, which is
what's the known distance of what?
From 50 degrees north to the equator is 3,450 miles.
Yeah. So to get the distance of
so I'll put it in here.
Okay,
so we have angle A there is 40 degrees.
Yeah, the fuel tanks. These poo-poo heads want to know about want to talk about the fuel in the airplanes at some point.
Oh, okay. So all right, so if we do it the other way, if we say we don't know the elevation of the sun, but we do know the angle because that's easy to measure, and we know the distance because that is known to navigators for centuries. Mm-hmm. This is all going with your idea.
Yeah.
The elevation that gives us an elevation of the sun. It doesn't work out well for you, but I'll give it to you here.
Yeah, but the elevation of the sun could work either on a globe or a flat Earth.
Actually, it cannot. But I'll show you. 2, 8, 9.
Why do you say that? No, it cannot. 5. Well, you know what? I'm going to say no, it cannot for a globe. How about that? No,
but I can test it. I'll show you. I'll do it in a second here.
Yeah, I'll draw it on a piece of paper for you, Mike. Yeah.
All right. So here is according to the measurements, and going with your presumption, we say we know this distance, and we know this angle is 40 degrees. That puts the sun for you at 3,895 miles. For the equinox at 50 degrees north. Now, I live at 45 degrees north, and we can do the same thing. And that creates a little nicer triangle. We got a 45, 90, 45 triangle. So we do the same thing. How far am I from the equator?
On a curved surface or a flat surface?
No, we're testing your hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 69 times 45 is 3,105. 3,105 miles from Minneapolis to the equator. Got that right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That means that the sun, because it's a 45, 90, 45, for flat Earth, has to also be on the same day, Mikey, 3,105. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't work. On the day of the equinox, measured from Minneapolis, 3,105 mile elevation of the sun, measured from 40 degrees north, or 50 degrees north, at 2895. It doesn't work for both. As soon as you add in a second position, it fails.
But you can do that on a flat surface too, or not?
I just did it on a flat surface and it didn't work.
How does it not work? I don't get it.
Because it gives a same day, The sun is
Yeah.
in the same place on the same
Yeah.
day. It's over the
Yeah.
equator.
Yeah, sure.
From 50 degrees north, the measurement tells us that the sun is 2895 miles in elevation.
Okay, sure.
Same
why not?
day, same shape of Earth presumption. From Minneapolis, we get 3105. Different numbers. The sun can't be in both of those places at the same time, Mikey.
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? This
Well,
doesn't
why
work.
can't it be at the other one? Why does it have to be at 31 all the time? Why can't it be at whatever 28 or 29? Why?
It can't be at both simultaneously.
Exactly. Let's eliminate the 31 then.
But that's what I get when I measure the elevation.
Okay, but that's for you.
And- Exactly. And somebody else at a different latitude gets yet another elevation for the sun.
Good.
With your presumption. Every single different latitude gets a different elevation of the sun. It doesn't work.
Sure. Well,
The
why not?
sun can't be in all of those places simultaneously.
At different elevations, it could be. Like you could be at a different elevation, not the sun.
No. If I'm at a different latitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If everybody's
they-
at a different
the
latitude
river
and does
changes.
the same measurement and does the same triangulation, we get a different elevation of the sun, falsifying the hypothesis.
Whatever. They're only numbers, man.
They're not only numbers. You can't say it's only numbers. You're talking to me over a computer connection. That's only numbers. How do you think this particular video is compressed? It's using a fast Fourier transform.
Mhm.
A discrete cosine transform is done using FFT to get the actual compression of the video. It's just numbers.
But how does that provide a globe? Proof of a globe?
This isn't. This is a falsification of flat Earth. Right here. That's all that this is.
Well, I can't accept that because there's no proof of a globe, so I can't.
No, actually, that's not how science works. How science works is you have a hypothesis. You test it. If it doesn't work, you say, hypothesis was wrong. Let's try again.
What is this?
Looks like it's a photo of the Earth.
A photo?
Yeah.
Let me look closer. This is an image, and it is a horrible image at that. It looks like a cartoon image from Flintstones.
Okay, what's your source on that? Can you give me the link to the source?
Oh, yeah, NASA.gov, where we get all of our cartoon images
Right.
from.
If
Here, you want some more different cartoon images? Here you go. There's some more. There's some marbles in behind some black paper.
okay,
It's unbelievable, McCoon. You're really, if you like cartoons, you should go
Mikey,
watch that.
Mikey, Mikey, here's the deal. And I've seen this before.
No, I'm not.
You don't have an answer to this. And
I
so
don't
you're
need an answer. I
you
want
absolutely
some- I
need an
want
answer,
some
Mikey.
Photographic proof of a globe.
You're changing it now. This was testing the flat Earth right here.
I don't care.
And I
wanna see
falsified
a
the flat
video.
Earth.
I
You
wanna
don't
see a
have an answer
photo.
to it. And I get it, Mikey. You're going into defense mode. You're
I'm waiting for
denying
Frank
it
to find
with
out-
you're denying
I
it, but
can't
you don't have
understand.
evidence for it.
I don't understand it. That's my problem.
I get that, and you don't need to understand it. There are people that do.
But I do understand what a cartoon is.
Again, that's just a claim, and it's obvious that this confronted you, and you have
That's
to
just a
run
claim.
from it. I get it.
Okay, but can I ask you to do something for me?
Sure.
While you do something, you can put this up on your screen too, so everybody can see it. Look up photos of Earth from space.
Sure.
Can we do that?
Yeah. Hold on. I have it.
And for every real photograph, remember we're looking for photos, not images. Okay, that's all we're going to find is images. We want photos.
Okay. What?
Yeah, we need to find some photos. We can put them up on the screen.
You interrupted your sentence, though. I'm pulling it up.
Oh, did I? I don't know. I was.
You said for every photo we see,
Oh yeah, yeah. I was.
and you trailed off.
I had a brain fart there.
You need a cruller.
Crueler, you Americans, you just don't want to pronounce things, man.
Look, we have ways of making you pronounce.
GMC Z71. No, it's not an apple, it's an apple.
We don't say Apple. What are you talking about?
Well, because you say Z, it's a Z.
Okay.
like the Corvette Z06, not Z or whatever the heck the numbers are for that damn car. The GMC Z71. It's not so retarded.
We all say, I don't know. Do you say zebra or zebra like in England?
Well, it's zebra.
Okay. We got that. All right. Here comes an actual photograph of the Earth.
I've been looking for 5 years. I haven't found one yet. Oh.
They're not hard to find. There you go.
Oh my God, Joni. Show me the stars. Why there's hardly any. Look at this guy. This is hilarious. That's not a photograph. Oh, because of the film strip,
It's
fake film strip. Why
Mikey.
does that one at the top have a flattened piece on the bottom?
Because the edge of the Earth is out of frame on that one. That's the previous picture. I can bring that up.
That's a horrible picture. Wow. Those are hilarious. Those are not real photos. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
where are the satellites?
Fortunately for you, Mike.
Where are the satellites by that photo? Show me the satellites.
So this was 1972. Not a lot of satellites, but Mikey.
Well, there were still some.
Can you show me the bacteria on your hand, please?
No. I could with a microscope.
Why not? Why not?
With a microscope. What microscope? Give me a microscope.
Okay, so you'd need a different optical device to see it. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, but I'm not going to.
So that's why you don't see any satellites, Mikey. How big is a satellite? Not very big compared to the size of the Earth.
Blackness. Where are the stars, man?
Okay, you were asking about satellites. Let's wrap up satellites, then we'll talk about stars. Do you understand that any satellite would be too small to see on this picture?
Did you know there's been 2 or 3 that have fallen from the sky with weather balloons attached to them?
Mikey, stay on topic here. Do you understand?
Stay on topic. I'm talking about facts here.
Do you understand, Mikey? You claimed, Mikey, you're like, where are the satellites? And I'm explaining to you, Mike.
Show me them. Guess what? Purple elephants. I see them floating in the sky outside my house.
Try to calm
Where the fuck are these photos?
Try to calm down, Mikey.
I'm very calm. I'm just expressing myself, McToon. You need to show real photographs.
That's what this is.
Earth.
You can actually go to the museum in Houston and examine them yourself. Go ahead. Maybe all of the flat earthers could together, the ones that don't believe it, could go.
We don't believe in anything. We know things.
Go hire the services of a photo forensics expert. Send them down there to the museum in Houston to examine these photographic slides. See what he says. But so far, all you have is personal incredulity, which doesn't do anything. So this is an actual scan from the physical slide.
But that's not a real photograph, man.
So you say with no evidence. Do you have any evidence that it's not?
It's a cartoon, boy.
That's your claim. But you're not a forensics expert. You don't have any evidence for that. Your first thing was one of your first things is where's the satellites? We wouldn't see satellites. They're too small. They're much less than one dot on the photographic paper. It's not paper, it's film. Number 2, you ask, where's the stars? Clearly, you do not have any background in photography because you don't know the different photographic stops. This particular photo would be at one particular exposure. And in order to expose the stars, you would need to have it at a significantly different exposure.
Yeah, expose the stars like this one right here. Right? Something
is that a blurry, out of focus star?
This is something that you'll never photograph or take videos of. Is actual real stars. This is just still image of a video.
That's an out of focus star. Learn how to focus a camera. That's embarrassing.
Okay.
So you do not see stars. You should not see stars. In fact, if you see lots of stars in the background, it's a very good sign that it is an actual manipulated photograph. It's possible to get them with particular exposure settings.
I know, but you're always right, McToon. I don't know how you do it. Like,
I appreciate that. So you asked for real photographs. I gave you real photographs. If you want, I can give you.
How do you confirm that's a real photograph?
It's a great question. You could definitely go down to Houston
No,
with
no,
a
no, no, no,
forensics
no, no.
expert and have a
No,
look.
I asked you yourself. I want to, again, show me your experiments that you've done, like as of right now on this live stream, to provide proof of your globe, like your experiments that you've gone out in public
All right.
to verify that there's curvature.
All right. So you asked for photographs. I gave you photographs. What did I do? Well, yesterday I did an experiment.
Guys, they're the same cartoons that we always see.
Yesterday I did an experiment. You ready for it?
Sure.
I hypothesized. Well, let's review just so you know how to do some science here. Here we go.
I'm going to discuss how we would look for a new law. In general, we look for a new law by the following process. First, we guess it. Then we well, don't laugh. That's really true. Then we compute the consequences of the guess to see if this is right. If this law that we guessed is right, we see what it would imply, and then we compare those computation results to nature, or we say compare to experiment or experience. Compare it directly with observation to see if it works. If it disagrees with experiment, it's wrong. And that simple statement is the key to science.
Okay, so you guess. Now what he's saying by a guess is you create a hypothesis. You can make a smarter guess. You can make an unsmart guess. But it's a guess. That's a hypothesis. Then you take that and you make a prediction from it.
I don't know what he's doing.
Are you listening, Mikey?
Yeah, I am, but I'm waiting for your proof of whatever.
Okay, so yesterday I made a hypothesis. The hypothesis was that the Earth is flat. That's the hypothesis.
You're gonna have a video of this?
No, I just did it here, and everybody can do it at home too. You don't need any video of it. So the hypothesis was that the Earth was flat, and right here, like this, right, with the sun moving around in circles over it, like this.
Yeah.
Right. And then I computed the consequences of that prediction. The consequences of that prediction was that the sun would not set because there would be nothing between me, the observer, and the sun to block it. There'd be nothing in the way.
Of course there would be. Of course there would be.
There would be nothing in the way. In fact,
of course there would be.
There's just air
How
between.
How do you not compute that?
There's nothing between me and where the sun is. If the sun is, according to my measurements, 3,105 miles in elevation, according to your measurements, 2,800 miles in elevation. So at that elevation, at the distance that it's from, because I know where I am, I know where the Tropic of Capricorn is, I know where the Tropic of Cancer is, I know where the equator is, I know the farthest away that the sun can be from me at any time from Minnesota. Right? I made the hypothesis. I computed the consequences of that guess, of that hypothesis. The consequences are that the sun could not set. Then, later in the day, the sun set.
Yeah.
Falsifying the hypothesis. The Earth is not flat.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What if the numbers were wrong?
Show where they're wrong.
I don't know. I'm just hypothesizing.
Yeah, absolutely. If the data is wrong, then your whole experiment is in question.
So, okay, here's a question. When you're in an airplane, and I've recorded this from ground level, I know you're gonna, well, okay, ground level, you're underneath the fucking plane. The sun is reflecting off the side of the plane, not the top of the plane, like this. The sun is reflecting off the side of the plane. And there's been numerous times when this is happening. And here's another one. When you're driving in your car, why is it that you have to put the sun visor down? Is it because the sun is above your head, or is it further down range? There he goes with the 3D goggles again.
So I think you've got a problem identifying things in three-dimensional space.
Yeah, like when this plane flies upside down in Australia,
It
right?
doesn't. Remember, we established on the globe that down is towards the center. So you
I'm
don't falsify the globe by misunderstanding it and mischaracterizing it.
How come there's millions of people that are not sensing what you're talking about?
Sensing what?
That the Earth is a globe.
What do you mean sensing it? How are our senses precise enough to sense the globe?
The spinning.
We already covered that. Our vestibular system does not have the capability to identify consistent angular velocity.
Purple elephants.
Just because you don't understand it doesn't make it wrong, Mikey.
Exactly. Just because you don't understand flat Earth doesn't make it wrong.
What about flat Earth have I not understood, Mikey?
Everything.
What? Give me something specific that I did not understand.
Do you understand how we build in construction?
You're talking about flat Earth. Something specific for flat Earth. Go ahead.
The horizon.
What don't I understand?
Horizontal.
Just saying words. What don't I understand?
What does horizontal mean?
It's
A
perpendicular.
bendable curve again?
Horizontal is perpendicular to the vector of gravity.
I'm done at this point. You brought up gravity, man. Vector of gravity. What language are you speaking? And
That would
gravity
be-
is a theory, brother.
Gravity is the law. It's actually called the law of universal gravitation.
So this falls because of gravity, right? This
Very
falls.
much, yes. Absolutely.
Show me the force that pulls it down.
The force would be the result of gravity.
What happens when it hits water then?
It bounces? What do you mean? Because
Shouldn't it be pulled through? Shouldn't it be pulled through the water into the?
yeah,
to the
there's a
ground?
downward force. There's an upward force due to buoyancy.
Yeah,
Buoyancy is the direct result of gravity.
Okay. Again, let's go to the planes.
Okay.
When we go to Australia, at some point, this plane is going to be almost upside down. Okay.
It will not be upside down unless the pilot's doing something very wrong.
Yeah,
It will be the belly of the plane will be pointing towards the center of the Earth.
the
So it
ground.
won't be upside down. So don't mischaracterize the Earth. Don't
The ground.
mischaracterize the globe. That
The
doesn't.
ground
It
is
doesn't. Do
always
it.
below the plane.
Okay, get the globe out so we can see it. So you have a.
Yeah. How do you like my plumb bob here too? You like that?
That's
Straight
nice. Yeah,
up.
that's
Straight
telling
up
us
and
the
down.
vector of gravity.
You need to go to your club tonight and just let loose, buddy. Go spank your girlfriend's bums and have a good time.
All right, so put
You
the
drink
plane
way too much.
over. Yeah, there you go. So its belly is pointing towards the center of the Earth. So it's not upside down. It's right side up right there.
But planes don't fly like this, pal.
Sure they
Planes
do.
fly like this.
No, they don't fly like that. They fly with
That's
their
what
belly
they do.
towards the center of the Earth.
Yeah, towards the Earth, which is below me. Yeah,
No,
that's good.
but you put it back up on the
It
globe.
doesn't make sense.
There you go. I don't care that it doesn't make sense to you,
Planes
Mikey.
don't fly underneath it here and come back up. They fly straight and level, pal. You're hilarious. I don't even know why you're laughing. This guy drinks way too much. Guy.
Mikey, I love you. You're awesome.
You're not good. You're way too close to me. I'm never coming to Minnesota ever again.
I think I've been in Saskatchewan.
Hey, we've got you guys beat by 90,000 lakes. You know that because we've got 100,000 lakes, but we don't brag about it. We don't put it on our license plate, but that's what we have. So yeah.
Well, Alaska's got us beat too. Just Alaska. So,
Which is our area. I don't know how the U.S. is calling that.
I mean, you got so much space up there, and like 14 people live there, Mikey.
Well, it's not up; it's over because up is the clouds. But
Yeah, you're right. Our common parlance is often imprecise.
hi, my name's Mattoon. I'm a loony bin.
All right. Yeah, Alyssum, I've got some people are wondering things. Alyssum says, noun, verb, adjective got explained to the flurf. I think he was talking about the definition of level that you were having a little problem with. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, we need to talk
Oh, this is
about the
funny.
fuel. What do you think
All right.
about fuel and planes?
Give me a couple seconds here. Let me a couple of
Yeah,
these.
you wanna read some of your root
You know
theory?
Sean Hawkins?
I think so. Yeah, I've heard that name. Yeah.
He says, I got fitted for a tux. Can you imagine Sean in a tux? I don't know. That's frightening. He says, the guy waved a laser beam at me to measure me. Guess how the tux fits. Shining a laser is not measuring, Mikey. So a measurement, just so you know, a measurement has units, significant figures, and a good measurement has a margin of error analysis. So I've never seen a flat earther measure anything with those things. Maybe a couple, but it didn't work out for them. The Lake Balaton, for example, did not work out for them very well. Lael says, hey, Mikey, I want to understand what you mean by flat. Can flat defined by not using the word level? Can you define flat without using the word level?
See, that's where I'm confused, man. What I don't understand this level thing.
Yeah, but what about flat? Can you define the word flat without using the word level?
This table's flat.
Okay. What about the wall behind you? Is that flat?
Yep.
Okay. Is that wall behind you level?
No, it'd be plumb.
There you go. Okay. Good. The plumb bob, which tells you the vector of
Purple elephants.
gravity. Come on.
No, you're just I don't know. Where's your agreement? I want to see your agreement. Can you show it on film?
What agreement?
Well, the agreement that you have made with whoever.
Oh, NASA tells me I'm not supposed to tell anybody. If I tell anybody, I don't get to go to the secret NASA moon base to see the annual breakdancing competition. And it was last week. It was amazing. Simon Dan won 2 years in a row, beating Neil deGrasse Tyson. And it's no fair because Simon Dan has those, cyborg legs. So totally not fair. But Neil deGrasse Tyson reclaimed his prize as the champion breakdancer.
Yeah, good for him.
He broke his hip last year, actually.
Oh, darn.
Many Karen says, I'm confused. So Earth is flat? Original. I don't know. I guess so. Kano Silverfur says, hey, Mikey, I just want to let you know that we know about your sophophobia.
What?
You're not alone, and if you want to seek help, we'll support you.
Good. Support me. Beautiful.
I'm here to help you, Mikey. I'm here to help. And Isaiah 40:22 is also here to help you. That was nice. Did you see that?
I don't get where you're going with this, McToon. Like,
Isaiah
seriously,
40:22 in your chat. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Very good. Good guy. All right. The Sun Express says, Mikey, how do you know your flat Earth is not upside down? That's a good, Mikey. How do you know that it's not that it's this way?
Yeah.
And not this way? What if this is it? What if you jump too high? You'd fall this way, and you'd go into what's this way? I don't know.
Well, that would be the vector of gravity.
Don't jump too far. All right.
Mikey found the last 500 people who still believe in the globe. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Mad about shape. He's my good brother.
The 500 people. Mad about shape. There's a bit more than 500. Bill McGuire says, this guy's an inspiration. He's taught me that I can change reality by aggressively not understanding it. What do you think of that, Mikey?
Medication helps.
All right. What's your preferred?
Don't know. Caffeine. How much caffeine's in that can? Is there lots?
Don't tell anybody. They don't make it anymore.
You know you're gonna get really, really sick from that shit, you know?
It's just water.
You put water in an aluminum can.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, Mikey.
You should research aluminum. how bad it is for your body.
All right. Steve-O says, and he's from Canada. He says, so 5 years of research. He's not a fan. He says more like 5 years of repeating the 5th grade. 3rd grade. Oops, sorry. 3rd grade. He's not a fan.
And that statement proves what?
It doesn't prove anything.
Exactly.
Jiffy Cone says a flurf struggling with 3D space. Unshocking. It is a common thing, Mikey. I have to say. That's why.
I thought we only saw in 2D.
That's why. Yeah, but we can think in 3 dimensions, or 4 dimensions, or 5 dimensions, or 6 dimensions.
Or imagine. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very important part of being able to build something, right? Nobody could build the house that you live in without imagining how it was done first in their head, right? Well, then when somebody's like, I'm going to put a wall here, they had to figure it out in their head first. Then they had to go get a tape measure and measure to see how wide it is. They'd have to figure out how tall they're going to build it. They're going to have to use the tape measure to make all 4 walls the same height, or you got a couple problems, right?
Use a plumb to make sure it's up and down straight. Yeah.
Absolutely. It matches the vector of gravity. Eddie Reese says, why do flurfs always have such a sophomoric and pedantic attitude? They're so aggressive in their ignorance.
Because you guys don't listen.
So, Mikey, what do you do? Do you do something like during the day? What do you do with your time?
This.
This.
YouTube research. Try to figure out where I live. Do experiments. Think about things that I've been told that are lies.
How come you didn't go get the National Geodetic Survey topographical maps for you, that road? They're available for free.
Yeah, but I really don't think I need those because I can see it. Like I live here. I'm 5 minutes from the highway. Like,
but what research did you do to find the limits of human perception?
but I know there's limits.
Yeah.
But
so
the thing is, I know I can see so far, but the thing is the thing is flat and level for 140 kilometers, man.
But you didn't establish that. You just claimed it.
I'm not claiming that. That's what it is.
That's a claim. When you claim that you're not making a claim, it's still a claim.
I know, but that's what it is.
That's a claim.
Yeah, that I can confirm.
That you didn't confirm it, though. You just claimed it. When did
Okay.
you confirm it? When did you measure it?
Well, it's 140 kilometers flat and level highway.
That's
And
what you
railroad
claimed. You claimed that it's flat, but you didn't show measurements of it.
Curved then? It's not
Yes.
curved. No.
Yes, it is. According to the
It's
Canadian
on
National
Google.
Geodetic Survey, it is.
It's on freaking Google. Look it up.
What is?
The railroad track system beside the adjacent highway
Yeah.
is the longest, straightest railroad track system in the world.
Okay.
And it doesn't
that-
need to be up or down or over your freaking.
But it does. The topographical map shows that it goes up and down. We already went over that. We went over that an hour ago, that the topographical map shows that there's changes in elevation. Not a lot, but there are changes.
Okay, but so how do I see the laser after 30 miles then?
Because of refraction, Mikey.
Yeah, bent over that curve, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. This imaginary curve.
It's not
How did
imaginary.
that light bend over the curve?
Refraction, Mikey. Just like
Show
in
me
your
the
camera.
refraction in that laser test. You can go on the opposite side, not head on to that light. You go onto it parallel, back off a mile, and you show me that curve and that light.
Well, you already did it, and you didn't set that up, and
No, I didn't do
so
that.
yeah. And you generally can't see
No,
lasers from the
curvature.
side in good conditions. So
I'm aware of that, but I was hoping that we could do it somehow. Because you think there's
So-
curvature.
yeah. So the thing is that the
thing is-
effects of refraction have been quantified. You have declared that they don't exist and that nobody's ever quantified it, but it's happened. I have a long list of them on my website at mctoon.net/refraction.
Okay.
So anybody watching, Zoom Truth, maybe you want to go look at mctoon.net/refraction and find the quantification of the effects of a refraction in the air.
Yeah, refraction is refraction. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. What if there is no refraction? What if the air is so dry and
Absolutely.
and there's nothing there?
The dryness or wetness of the air doesn't actually change the refraction very much. It's mostly the temperature. Secondly, the pressure.
Okay, what's the
Third is-
temperature have
is-
to be for no refraction then?
The same, vertically the same,
The same of what?
the same temperature. So
Of what?
the same temperature vertically. So at the ground level, you'd
Yeah.
want at one temperature. At 1 meter high, same temperature. 2 meters high, same temperature.
Okay.
3 meters
so
high.
it won't be the
same
same
temperature.
temperature at 4 feet then, 4 or 5 feet?
Of course it won't. There is a temperature gradient. Look at this. This cat was just handed to me. This is Raccoon. And she has a I don't think she likes that.
I don't know.
I don't think she
who, but I'll
cares.
go
All
the way
right,
back.
very nice. Good little kitty.
Isaiah, holy cow, thank you very much, brother.
Did you just see that? All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
is that your hairpin or what?
That was not my hairpin. That would belong to a member of my family.
Or is that what you wear when you go to your club?
I know I generally don't do that. I'm not into that. But if you are, I guess you go ahead. All right. Luke Filewalker says Mikey absolved the delusional class with flying colors.
Beautiful.
Beautiful flying colors. Kyle Silver for again says 24 hours of Globebusters. How could anyone want 24 hours of nuh-uh and Bob's 50 degree per hour drift with so little flip evidence? Sounds boring. Do they actually have a 24-hour stream? Like all day, or did they just do it like once?
No, you can go on anytime, 24 hours.
Like right now they're running a stream.
Probably, yeah. It's a loop of videos, like probably 200 videos, and they loop.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
No, it sounds wonderful.
All right. Eddie Reese says all flirts seem to have ADHD as well. Stay on topic. Sorry for that. Mystery Night for the Children likes the 3D glasses. He says it's Ziggy Toon Dust. Did you like them, Mikey? What do you think? Can I put them on over? Doesn't work. Or under? Nope. I know that there was a 24-hour stream from Robbie Davidson. I got booted off that right away. I didn't last. Green Ball says, week after week for years now, I'm consistently surprised at how content flat earthers are to revel in their own ignorance. So if you do this, if this is the only thing you do, why don't you do like get educated on how surveyors do their work?
Oh, I will, yeah.
I can send you some reference material, a book that you could read on how surveyors actually do their work.
Can you send me the training manual for pilots where it says they adjust for curvature when it doesn't?
Actually, they do. When you calculate the distance between two different points, you need to do that in order to know how much fuel to load. Because if you run out of fuel, they crash. So you need to know how much fuel to load into the plane. And that means that you need to know the distance between those 2 points. They use the Haversine formula to do that, which is a spherical trigonometric formula. So, Mikey, is there a flat Earth formula for calculating the distance between 2 points?
Yeah, the shortest distance, obviously.
Yeah, how do you calculate that? If given 2 pairs of points, how does a flat Earth pilot calculate the distance between those 2 points? Since you said there are flat Earth pilots,
they know how far the plane goes on one fueling, so they add in the fuel. They say we need this many liters of fuel.
But if you're starting in Regina and you want to fly to
California,
no, I was thinking of
Chile.
the one where Punchy lives. The town where Punchy lives.
I don't know where he lives.
In Manitoba there.
Oh, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. So the distance between the airports between Regina and Winnipeg, there's latitude and longitude coordinates for both of those. how do the flat Earth pilots calculate the distance so that they know how much fuel they
These
need?
are the two flattest freaking provinces in Canada, Saskatchewan and Manitoba.
Okay,
There is no
so I'm-
curvature, man.
so I'm
You're
asking you then.
goofy. Don't
So I'm
even
asking you
give
then,
me
what's
these
the formula
numbers,
they
man.
use?
No, I live here. It's not curved. You're hallucinating.
Well, that's just another claim. But I'm asking
No,
you,
it's not.
when the
I see
pilot,
that.
Mikey,
Oh,
when,
I live here in Saskatchewan, man, and Manitoba. I've been there lots. You are hilarious.
but when the flat Earth pilot needs to know how much fuel to load into his plane,
He doesn't add in curvature for his fuel. Are you kidding me?
well, that's your claim. So I'm asking you, what's the formula
not
that
my
the flat Earth
claim.
pilots use to calculate the distance between points?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown.
Calm down. Find your zen, Mikey. Do you go by Mikey or Mike?
I don't see. I don't know how. Do you have children?
Yeah, 33 of them. 17
17
boys and 17 girls.
With them, are you? You're obviously honest. You lied to them about Santa Claus, right?
17 boys and 17 girls. So yes. Okay.
Do they all go to the club with you?
I'm not much of a clubber, actually. It's not really my scene. Why did you think I go to the club?
Well, you mentioned it last time. That's last stream, I think.
You think maybe I was kidding?
No.
Dude, don't take me
I don't
so
understand your humor because
You-
you're always talking about this, the gravity vector. You're hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna pee his pants here.
All right. Saeed Ahmed says that you are Canada's version of conspiracy cats and that you're just disappointing.
I don't believe in conspiracy theories.
No, conspiracy cats. You know who he is?
No.
He has a YouTube channel.
Hmm.
You don't know it's conspiracy cats? Not at all? Oh, come on. All right. Geistview sent something he said flat Kansas. We gotta pull that up.
It's flatter than a pancake. The scientists measured it.
Did you read that?
It's a curved level.
Did you read it? Did you read that actual thing, or did you just quote somebody else?
I just quoted somebody else.
You should read it, Mikey.
What did they say?
Do your own research.
Well, Saskatchewan's flat. They can come measure that too. Won't find anything.
All right, here comes. Do you want to see it, Mikey?
This is unbelievable. So there's like refraction. There's like crazy light angles, and it's just amazing. There's probably curvature on this freaking flat table.
Everything within tolerance is going to be
Curved. This table
yeah,
is
it's gonna vary. It's gonna diverge from a straight
I
line.
need
There it
some
is.
honey curlers, man. Go get me some honey curlers.
Dude, there's no Tim Hortons in Minnesota anymore. All right, there's flat Kansas. You see that across the bottom there? That's the elevation profile of Kansas. You see that?
Really?
It's
So
not
why is it
actually flat. It
flat?
changes in elevation.
What's the difference?
What do you mean?
What's the elevation difference?
I can't
100 feet?
quite make it out, but the difference is that it's not the same. That's the important thing. It's not actually
No,
flat.
see, I get it, but there may be a few hundred feet in difference. It's still flat. There's not like 5,000 feet in difference.
Now the thing is,
What
that is referenced to probably WGS84 ellipsoid.
Can you send that link to me on my email so I can read it?
Sure.
Because I want to know the numbers. Because if it's only a few hundred feet, then forget it. I'm not even going to worry about it.
All right. I've got.
I'm not going to cry about it. You have your theory. I have my facts, and I'm good with that. So I'm just going to keep on living my reality, and all you guys.
Could you be the Canadian version of Phil Collins? How are you?
I have been called that many millions of times. Yes.
Can you play drums?
Or that guy who died from tragically hip.
I have no idea what that means. Norman Dixon says, "Why do ships on the ocean have to make predicted course changes to get where they're going?"
Oh fuck! I'm not even answering that one.
They use great circle routes, by the way. Dr. Nimrod says, "Mikey, what is 1 + 1?"
33.
What's 5 times 6 plus 3?
These are just numbers. I could care less, man. Here, I'm going to give you an example here. How numbers don't work. So if I give you 5, if you give me 5 apples, no, come on, quit pissing yourself. What's so funny? I want to ask you something.
I read another question from the live
Okay,
chat.
let's hear it. I'm good with it. Let's go.
Oh, I want to hear your apples.
No, I want to hear your joke.
All right. Cretan Bull says, Toon, listen to the guy who can't multiply 5 by 6. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Geistview says
So,
it's
hey, let me stop you there. Let me stop
894 feet change. 894 feet to 3,835 feet. So about 3,000 feet difference in elevation.
you there. Who's that guy who made that comment?
Geistview.
Geistview. Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with the apples.
I'll let YouTube know that he's harassing me because I have a learning disability, and I'll report him to YouTube. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'll report him. I will. Thank you.
All right, go ahead with the apples. I'm peckish for apples. Are they apple fritters?
We can use.
Let's do apple fritters.
We'll use honey crullers.
Oh, there you go.
If I give you 5,
Yes.
and then you give me 6 back, that leaves you with -1, right?
Wait, say it again.
If I give you 5 honey crullers,
Yeah.
then you give me 6 back.
I
that
can't
leaves
give you 6 back. I only have 5.
Good, thank you. At least
I
you're
owe
smart
you. I owe you 1. I have debt.
Yeah, but that would essentially, in theory, would leave you with -1.
Yeah, but of course we can't do that in reality. So that
Okay,
we call
good.
it
You're
debt.
the first one who actually.
So now
answered that
I
correctly.
owe you 1 honey cruller. When you come to Minnesota, I'll get you 1. It won't be Tim Hortons though.
Yeah, but let's speak hypothetically here. That'll leave you with -1, correct?
No, it'll leave me with 0 and owing you 1. So I guess if you want to say that means -1, that it could, but
Yeah,
it's a little
but
weird
that's
way
good.
to say
You
it.
answered that correctly. That's awesome. Okay, now this one will work better because you figured that one out. So if I give you $100 each week this week, that will give you $700, would it not?
Say it again.
If I give you $100 each day this week, and that'll give you $700 by the end of the week, correct?
Sure.
Okay. Don't you think you'd ask for your $700?
Yeah.
Okay,
Didn't you
but-
give me it every day though, right?
Yeah, but I didn't do it. That's the thing. Numbers don't provide reality. I could say anything, but yet I can't provide proof of it to you.
But Mikey, if you have $100 bill
Mm-hmm.
and you go buy your honey cruller at Tim Hortons and pay with that $100 bill, let's say you got a couple and it was $5, and they hand you a 20. Are you going to be happy with that because numbers aren't real?
Well, no, but I'm physically doing that.
Okay, but it's just numbers,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
They can just give you there's just a 20 on here. You gave me 100, I give you 20 back. There you go, and you have your 2 honey crullers.
Well, then I would
You'd be happy
obviously-
with that because numbers aren't real, right?
Sure. Hypothetically speaking, sure. Yeah. I would
You'd be happy.
No, I wouldn't be happy.
You would not be happy, of course. So
Yeah.
numbers have, there's stuff to numbers there, right? We use them.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Mikey, this is fun. I hope you're not having too much of a bad time. I'm enjoying this.
Well, I will make a complaint about that one guy for sure to YouTube, 100%.
Geistview?
Yeah, he will get a strike from YouTube. I will complain. Yes.
Okay. Stringer News One says we
Well,
don't.
he's making fun of my disability. I will not put up with that shit. Fuck you and your fucking channel. I'll fucking report him right fucking now.
Okay. Geistview.
Fucking
Let's.
stack of monkey shit. Fucking slut.
Okay.
He fucking makes fun of me one more fucking time. I'm gonna fucking come and kill his fucking ass. Fucking report him on fucking YouTube. That fucking slut.
Wow.
That fucking ass.
What is your problem with that?
Well, he's making fun of my fucking disability, that fucking slut.
What's that disability?
Learning disability. I fucking like grade 5 fucking level. Fucking slut, that fucking asshole. Fucking bitch. I'm gonna fucking make him a fucking harassment charge on fucking YouTube, that fucking slut.
All right. Geistview is his name.
Everybody thinks they're all fucking smart and all fucking high and fucking mighty fucks. Having some fucking fun. You know what? I'm gonna fucking come there and make fun of his fucking family. That four-eyed fucking bitch.
I
How
don't
do you
know.
end this fucking thing? How do you end this fucking thing?
I don't know if Geistview has glasses.
Well, he's gonna have.
I think you muted. I think you muted yourself. But Mikey, I don't think he said anything about your education or your disability. Well, that went well. Whew. Amazing. Amazing. I'll read out the rest of the super chats here. Somebody said he won't last for 15 minutes. He made 2 hours, so good on him. So yes, being an idiot is not a disability. Yeah, and it was never about his education. Nobody. Yeah. Wow. Mikey, here's the thing. I like you, Mikey. I think you're a fine guy. But if you said you had a learning disability, I'll take you at that. Maybe that is something to pay attention to. Maybe that is why you fell for the flat earth lie, for the deception that is flat earth. Right? It's a tough thing. You clearly don't have that strong science background. You can't do, you don't like the math. That's fine. But you can't see curve. You shouldn't see curve. You don't have that ability. Our eyes don't see it. We don't have the precise measuring instruments. So, all right, let me read a few more things. Stringer News 1 says for $5, we don't believe in anything. We know things, says Mikey. I see a lot of people in his chat still. He's just, Andrea Huddle, he's just angry and needs a Snickers. He needs a honey cruller. The Sun Express for $10 says 1.4 billion cars on Earth right now. Satellites aren't much bigger than a sedan or SUV. We can't see cars from space for the same reason we can't see satellites from hundreds of miles away. Yeah. And that really does. It's not about a learning disability. It's not about reading at a 5th grade level for him. You can't see the bacteria on your hand. If you look at his videos, you can't see the insects on the trees. Why? Are they not there? They're too small to see. Yeah, all right. Yadawatt, 24 for $5 says, don't use big words like gravity. Use words like down. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I intentionally use down instead of gravity or the downward acceleration when I don't want to I don't want to specifically say gravity because there is a downward acceleration. We can hypothesize what it is. And when we do and we test it, we find out that mass attracts mass. But it's fair to do an experiment hypothesizing other things to see if it works. Peter Miss Prime for 20 Australian says, is a cue ball round? He's talking about his head. He had a lovely curved head. String News 1 says, again for $5, does Mikey watch Letterkenny or is he an Ontario denier too? It must be a show. I don't even know what's Letterkenny. What is Letterkenny? I don't know. Sorry. Pat in the chat says for $5, Mikey, interested in transatlantic flight from Argentina to Australia? I can't believe he spends his entire time doing this and has no clue how, like, I've debated a lot of flat earthers, and they actually sometimes bring a little something, and all that he had was it looks flat. That's all he had. Surveyor News 1, it's Canadian TV. I can't get it either. I have watched the Trailer Park Boys. Ooh. Unknown caller. So I have my wife's iPad here. So there you go. All right. There are some member super chats. I'll get to them in a second. I'm reading through these other ones first. I have them in a different interface. So yeah, transatlantic flight. Do you think Mikey would I'd love to go on that. But being on that plane for 16 hours. How? I don't know. That'd be tough. Geist View. Mikey, when you want to measure the oil level in your car, are you measuring flatness or the elevation from the bottom of the pan? Abs Smurfly. Earth is Life says for $5. QFA 14, QFA 27, QFA 64, nonstop Southern Hemisphere flights. Yeah. They never actually want to test for real. They only want to do laser experiments. They only want to do that because they know what the result will be if they declare that refraction doesn't happen. In fact, that's the one, what's her name? That, remember JM Truth got abandoned? What was her name? Shelley Lewis. She came out with her documentary. It was just a laser test. That's all it was. Mikey's was better. And she had this way over the top production on it. Spent 2.5 years producing it. Mikey's is better. So, all right, we got Surveyor News 1, or Geist Views. Geez, people. He clicked. He just Dave Cernick for two Canadians says MC2, and I think Mikey is low in dihydrogen monoxide. he might have problems with that. But Connell Silver versus darn it, dude, you broke another fleur. I was not trying to break him. I was not. I don't try to do that. They break themselves. Chicken Lover says I should apologize. I'm reading the other chat. Why should I apologize? Chicken Lover, you all abused me, did nothing wrong. Connell Silver, he has a crippling fear of knowledge. I don't. Did he end that other? Did he end his live stream? Andrea Huddle. Yeah, it was Shelley and her TV show about flat Earth. So episode 1 of her TV show, which was 2.5 years in the making, is out. The Sun Express. Mikey, please calculate the distance from Regina to Titicaca. I mean, all these flat Earth pilots that don't exist. None of them exist. But if you ask them, and just go ahead. It's the first thing. The first step to make a flat Earth pilot disappear is ask them what their name is. Second thing is to ask them to calculate the distance between 2 points. Third is to show me on your map the route of QF27. Yep. Let's see. Daropian. Hey, I have a EDU link about the Kansas being flat as a pancake. How can I share it with you? I've seen it. I don't want to pull it up right now. Thank you for that though. It is, first of all, it is a satirical paper. It's not actually the original one. There were some others, But the original one was satire. If you look at the very bottom of the webpage, it shows where it was published. It's a joke. Number 2, they did actually reference it to an elliptical elevation, an elliptical datum. It doesn't help them in the end anyway, but they always just ignore the elliptical datum that these surveys are referenced to because they don't understand it. They didn't do their research. Pronon 1990 says, he better not use biblical ideas for the flat earth, as I will still say the flat earth Christian are fake Christians like Lemonberg. Love you, MC Toon. Well, thank you, Pronon 1990. Yeah, it's very few that I've run into were like decent people. The flurf Christians or the religious flurfs, they tend to be towards the more disgusting people. The ones that are hyper religious are some of the worst. Let's see. Is that, it looks like a Greek character. Paradoxim is the end. So it could be paradoxim, paradoxim. Says, for $5, I feel bad for Mikey. He looks like he's having an existential crisis. Yeah. I mean, he lives in an echo chamber. So he had his, it was all challenged. He didn't like that. Chris Hoffman says, I'm calling my bank now. They gave me money and want more back. This flurf just ruined banking. I knew when he talked about apples, he was going to go for Sleeping Warriors' inability to understand debt. Many Karen. Oh my gosh. The Max Play for $5 says, I came in just as he started cursing up a storm. Thanks. He flipped a switch. He did. Oh, jeez. The OG Kenji says, aren't you glad we aren't religious flurfs? I am. It's a thorn. So it's the paradoxim. Okay, says the paradoxim. Thorn. It looks like a capital P, but the curve part is in the middle vertically. Thorn. That's it. Okay. Round thinker. The term is ultra religious. Yes. All right. Truth nerds. That's from Round Thinker. What are you doing? It's the middle of the night, Round Thinker. Getting up early to watch this. You got to get your kids ready for school. What are you? Truth Nerd says for €1.99 euro cents. Says, to be fair, he did learn a lot of swear words. He learned 2 swear words. And he used one of them mostly. He didn't even really go off the single swear word collection there. Not very good. If you're gonna swear, be creative about it at least. So Many Karen says for 8 shekels is Regina's sister city to Mangina. There you go. Oh dear me. All right, I got these I got the member chats. They're going to be out of order in the back here. Dave Kirscher says, "Uh-oh, this one does his research. Abort." Yes. Caucasian Sensation says, "This flurf definitely tries, but he's not there yet." Yep. Hey, what is Mad About Shape saying? Hold on a second. Oh, yes. Hide him on the channel. Definitely hide him on the channel. We don't go there. Mad About Shape. You are a horrible person. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the more extreme religious flurfs. Just like this. So if you saw that, and many of you did, it went down the line of what that single letter organization was saying, year and a half ago, that all of the elites were doing. That's what he was accusing all of us of doing. So yes, religious flurfs are quite horrible people. Mad About a Shape. Go back to hell, where you came from. Let's see. Those people. Can't stand them. Truth Nerd says, local midnight can differ much from astronomical midnight due to time zone definition, the position in the time zone, and daylight standard time. This can cause Venus or maybe Mercury to be visible near midnight. Absolutely, you're right. You're right. So depending on time zone fluctuations, because of course, like China has one time zone and it's wide enough for 5 or 6 or 7 time zones. So yes. So that's why like local solar noon, local solar nadir or midnight. Stream News 1 says, gee, I'm a tree. I think that's when he's playing semantics games. We've got a new member, Vosh. VIII. That's 8. Is that Vosh 8? Thank you for that. Remember at Newton level. And another new one, Salixus. Creighton Origin says, we at Hell don't want him. We have all the cool atheists, scientists, and philosophers, and the hot women. Don't need flirs. You don't have all, come on, you don't have all of them. They're all over the place, come on. Beach 8 says, well, that took an interesting turn there. Thanks for this fun show tonight. Yeah, it did take a turn. And I love this one. William Foley says, Mikey is so dense, I'm surprised light doesn't bend around him. Technically, it would, because of the curvature of space-time, but not by very much. Oh, the Flat Earth Warriors. Dude, I keep messaging you on Facebook. You need to find some courage and come debate me sometime. Send me a message. We'll set it up. So don't time him out unless he does what that other doofus did there. Her First Amendment. Anyway, Justin Piper says, I'm new to your channel. Thanks for the awesome show so far. You're welcome. Thank you very much for that super chat. So I have, let me show you this. I forgot. Somebody sent me this link, the link to this, and I ordered. I forgot who sent it. I'm sorry, I forgot who sent it. Remind me. I looked through my email and I looked through Discord messages and Facebook messages, but I get so many. I couldn't find it. So somebody sent me this, the link to this. I ordered it right away and I'm going to build it next in the next stream. So I'm going to end this one. And then I'll build this one. And I've got Judy coming in because I'm colorblind. So there, Earth is Life says it was me. There you go. Yes. You're right. It was Earth is Life. So anyway, the Flat Earth Warriors with a Z, send me a message. You can come on here. You can present your best evidence. So for the shape of the Earth that you think it is. So yeah, you can come on stream. You can show your lovely face. How amazingly beautiful I'm sure you are. So so dumb. So dumb. So a $100 billion telescope can see to the edge of space, but can't zoom in on a kangaroo. That's right. Go get a microscope, or go get a telescope and look at the bacteria on your hand with a telescope. Can't do it. That's not what they're made for. So anyway, that's what I've got. Yes, you don't disprove the globe by not understanding things, but that's your thing. We'll get you on. We'll get you on. It'll be fantastic. Flat Earth Warriors. Thank you to everybody that super chatted, channel members, patrons. I appreciate it very much. Come back in just like 2-3 minutes. I got to hit the bathroom and I will be assembling this right here. So. We'll see in a little bit. Bye, everybody.